Greetings and salvations, this is Neverborn, The-Abyss-That-Slumbers, and you are listening to Eldritch Rants. I'm trying to get more into the habit of doing things more where I just record what I'm saying and stop spending so much time obsessing about the details, so if this seems a little rough around the edges, my apologies. I'm just going to do a review of Star Trek Discovery Episode 5. I don't know why I went to go see it. I guess I'm just in the mood for speeding myself up for some reason. Here are my thoughts on it, having looked through the episode, having seen some of the other reviews that other people have seen, and I want to bring up some stuff that I think other people have missed. First off, we start off with a stilted conversation between the Doctor and Mary Sue about the super beast that is a water bear that apparently can, navigate the space spores made of exotic matter and shit. It's basically to set up the plot that, hey, this thing's freaking dying because we keep plugging it into a machine where we stab it in the stomach, which I don't understand how we managed to stab it in the stomach considering it can claw its way through, bulkheads, but hey, yeah, we can stab it somehow. And, making it teleport an entire ship, hey, is killing it. Do we have any proof that it's killing it? I don't know. Looks like it's fucking dying. How about that for proof? But okay, let's move on. The Starfleet admirals, for some reason, catch on that, hey, maybe this thing's dying. Maybe we should give it a break. And they go, you know what? We're trying to build new versions of your drive. We're looking for more of this, water bear thing so that we can power our own drives. But I want to make some point here. This drive is only good for short jumps. They keep saying that, short jumps. But these short jumps are at least the radius from, say, the solar system out to Pluto. Because they were at least once out in the void, and then they wound up next to a sun. Okay, so they can at least teleport 100, 200 AUs. Okay? That might not seem like much, but that's a few light hours. Okay? Now, okay, you can't choose where you're going. The implications are clear, you can't jump far. However, I would still install this drive on every goddamn ship in the fleet, and here's why. Yes, I can't choose where I land. However, to have the ability to press a button and say, fuck it, and randomly teleport to anywhere but where I currently am is an ability I would greatly desire in a ship that was fighting Klingons. True, it may land me in the middle of a star, but that's a rather rare occurrence. On the other hand, I won't be where a bunch of Klingon photon torpedoes are going. So if I keep the distance short enough, I would have a high chance of survivability. I mean, it's better than a cloak. You could teleport your ship. And the drive, as we have proven, does not actually need this goddamn water bear to do that. So, just have your computer automatically cycle up and pop you to a random location anytime your shields drop to, say, 10% in combat. I mean, seriously, this is worse than Star Trek Into Darkness, where apparently you can teleport to other solar systems and they have magic blood that cures death. Moving on. We have the conversation with the nervous redhead about how Mary Sue doesn't have any feelings, yet she went practically Yahoo when she got a spacesuit to go flying into a lethal radiation zone, and aren't emotions great? That looked like it was going somewhere. It looked like it actually got a point, and then they cut it off in the middle. I don't get it, and then God damn it. Then we move on to this complaint from the Admiral about, why do you have the only mutineer in all of Starfleet working on your ship? It's bad for morale. Why in God's name did you tell everybody that she wasn't in jail? I mean, seriously, you sent those other prisoners off the planet Hell Mines, and so who the fuck's gonna find out? I mean, seriously, it's the goddamn military. You should be able to put the kibosh on any sort of, communications and shit. But hey, no. Somehow, everybody found the account. It's bad for general morale. Really, there's a guy fighting Klingons right now going, damn, I'd be a lot more motivated if that one traitor who started this war was in prison right now, as opposed to working her ass off trying to fix the shit that she got wrong. I mean, seriously, let's ignore the fact that you just gave somebody life in prison for pinching somebody in the neck and basically having PTSD. No wonder you need Captain Sinister to fight your wars, because you need somebody freaking brutal, because you guys are a bunch of pussies. Okay, and also, what is never explained to me is, how did the Klingons know about the shuttle? Okay, I never find that out. It's a shuttle. Traveling at warp, I assume, because if it's only got impulse, where the fuck was it going? Impulse is really slow. It's going to take you days to get between solar systems. So why the hell was he that far away from his ship enough for, this thing? I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no goddamn sense. But okay, whatever. It's moving along at impulse. There's some sort of plant. Within 3 weeks, the Klingons figure out where this shuttle is going to be, where he's going, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. And they need to get Captain Lorca. Okay, so what do? They jump into his ship, engage in hand-to-hand combat. I can understand that from the Klingons. The Klingons want to take the captain alive. So you go in hand-to-hand combat because you might kill him. Because apparently Klingons don't have stun settings on their weapons. Okay, I got it. There's no freaking stun setting. Okay. However, why did the captain and the pilot not blow the fuck out of them? I mean, the moment anything opened, I would have just held down the figure on that phaser rifle and just started sweeping back and forth. Or, if I was really the captain, who we find out later was willing to blow up his ship and murder all of his crew. He was willing to murder all of his crew because he didn't want them captured and he didn't want them tortured. Why didn't he set his shuttle to self-destruct? They are all powered by antimatter. It would not be that hard to take a antimatter shuttle and just say, oops, containment goes down, kaboom. Okay, once it was inside the hull of the ship, they would have killed the Klingons. Yes, the captain would have been dead, but the captain would have killed himself and would not have been captured. And you are telling me that Captain Lorca is so selfish he wouldn't kill himself to kill the Klingons? That guy is crazy. That guy is nuts. Okay, but all right. But besides the fact that if I was the pilot of that shuttle, I'd be going top of the world, man, just mowing down everything with a phaser. How did they know it was even Captain Lorca? I mean, I've got to figure this out because this is a major plot hole. Like, I wouldn't be. You've got. Okay. So, what do the Klingons apparently do? The only thing I can figure out is that they took the shuttle, dumped it back into open space, and left the body there. Why? I don't know. I would have blown up the shuttle at the very least, or hell, I would have kept the shuttle, chopped it up for parts. I mean, apparently the Klingon Empire is doing pretty shitty. You can't really look a gift shuttle in the mouth. I mean, holy crap, slap some weird green metal on it and call it a, Klingon shuttle or whatever, but, Jesus Christ, it's even got, okay, drain the tanks of antimatter for some fucking shit like that. God damn Christ. Okay, now, apparently we couldn't have, this hologram conversation, with the admirals to begin with. He had to fly light years to some meeting in person just to have like a 15-minute conversation for some goddamn reason. Okay, let's ignore all that shit. Let's just ignore that shit. So they have no problem calling back and going, you have to rescue Captain Lorca. He knows too much important shit. All right, what exactly does he know? I mean, yeah, he knows the names and files, but does he actually understand how any of this shit works? Okay, yeah, he probably knows the name of the spores or some crap, but really, you're telling me the Klingons are going to be able to figure out how to build this mystical, magical, pixie dust drive? Really? He could probably say, yeah, we got a goddamn teleporting spore drive, motherfuckers. We're going to kick your ass with fungus. I mean, seriously, but they got to save him. I'm not assuming they actually do. I'm assuming that because that admiral is the captain's friend, that's why she's telling him to go save him. It probably has nothing to do with actual tactics, because, if it was about tactics, they'd just let the fucker die. Okay, but hey, then what happens? Well, Mary Sue comes up to Gilman with this freaky neck shit and goes, hey, by the way, you're killing the navigator. And he goes, what do you mean? Do you have any proof that you're killing the navigator? No, not really. What do you mean, not really? He's like freaking slobbering down water and then collapsing. He looks like shit. I mean, usually this thing was something that could claw through bulkheads, and now it's kind of meandering about, kind of like, I really hate life. I mean, fucking A. I mean, just what? Okay, just say it looks like it's fucking dying. I don't know. I've got this life detector thing, and the life detector has gone from 20 to 2. Okay? You need to really lay off on this thing. Okay? I don't see how this is helpful. That was Saru. When did Saru become an idiot? Okay? Saru up until this point was actually pretty practical. But this is the episode where he picks up the idiot ball and starts acting like an idiot. Okay? Because somebody's coming along and saying, hey, it's helpful because I'm warning you that your navigator might die at any moment. Okay? So try to make your jumps count or we will get stuck somewhere we don't want to be. Okay, now I get the whole scene with Harry Mudd pointing out somebody and saying beat him up instead of me because this is like the most violent game of Survivor ever. But one, you never ever send guards onto a prison floor with weapons. Nobody does that. Nobody. Nobody. The Klingons are morons. They only send in two guys. Just the fucking name. Just goddamn motherfucking name. Are these the dumbest fucking Klingons on the planet? They can't press a button that locks all the bulkhead doors. No, no, there's no. When the alarm goes off, all bulkheads close, just in case there's prisoners trying to escape and some shit. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. We don't need that. Okay, there's 30 or 40 Klingons on this ship, but like only apparently four are guards. So, oh, what kind of torture ship is this? Because on this torture ship, you hear other people screaming elsewhere. So it sounds like there's like dozens of humans on this ship. At least six, from what I can tell from the screams. Okay, but does the captain, when he's trying to get out, try to rescue anybody? I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so a little bit later, Mary Sue gives this needless exposition bullshit that sounds totally forced, like they're going over everything they already know, which the audience also already knows. It's like a recap for the episode for people who are just joining the series now. Okay, I can get past that. I can get past that. I can get past that. But they come up with the sensible idea of saying, hey, what happens if the freaking thing that we can't replace dies? I know. Let's come up with an alternative. What did they do? Hey, let's get some DNA from this shit and inject it into some other shit, and then whatever we inject it into, that shit can go and do shit. Okay, sure, I'll buy it. Okay, you want to make, a something water bear hybrid. Okay, fine, 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 fine. Okay. All right. The Klingon torturing people. That's Klingons don't torture. Klingons hunt people down and murder them, or they kill you. Torture is useless. They don't enjoy the suffering of others. They enjoy the death of others. It's, okay, but okay. Let's. All right, these aren't Klingons. These are mutant alternate universe Klingons. Okay, something like this. But all right, right. Apparently, the captain of the ship is banging one of the man. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I mean, first of all, let's ignore that the Klingon ship is a flying fucking triangle. All right, and she tortures the captain with light. Well, I just want to point out that the Orville episode, this past one, they did torturing people with light much better. Okay, just go see the Orville. This sucked. Okay. Oh no, there's shining light in my eyes. Ah, I'm supposed to give a shit. I'm supposed to give a shit. Okay, we know that you can replace your fucking eyes. Okay, like he's just being a pig-headed piece of crap for not replacing his eyes like he could. He could have, I don't know, cybernetic robot eyes or some shit. Why the hell is she banging the human, anyways? I mean, that's got to be like the equivalent, Klingon equivalent of being a fucking furry. Or it's like at least bestiality. Why the hell is not every other crew member on that ship rising up and murdering the fuck out of that bitch out of disgust? Okay? Seriously. Why are they not murdering the crap out of her? I can't wrap my head around it. But okay. Alright. So they figure out how to make the alternative navigator. Oh look, it's like DNA bullshit and a syringe just inject into somebody's neck and boom! They become a navigator. Yay! Oh no, we can't do that. It's in regards to genetic human modification and bullshit. No. No, the whole no human modification does not God damn it. No, it was an entirely different set of rules and it had nothing to do with this shit. Okay, but okay, let's say it did. Let's say that this is an alternate universe where, oh no, you can't inject yourself with something that gives you, the ability to commune with space spores. Okay, I got it. Sure. I just, but then we go back to Klingon ship. What happens to the freaking Klingon ship? Oh no, he sets up Mud with some bullshit. Lies to Mud, so Mud gives them fake information. The Klingons come in, and oh, whoa, it's a surprise. And somehow these two guys, one guy who's had the crap beat out of him for 7 months, the other guy who's just been blinded by having his eyes, had, I don't know, pain beamed directly into his brain or some shit. Beat the crap out of these Klingons, take the weapons, and tell Mud to go fuck himself, okay? One, kill Mud, or bring him with you, okay? Don't be a dick to leave him there to torture, okay? Because trust me, The guy survived this far. He's going to keep surviving. And eventually he's going to come free and come kill you. I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. But okay. And there's nobody else on the ship because there were other screams elsewhere. But do they take the time to try and rescue anybody else or go, hey, is there any other prisoners on this level? And then blast some doors open and free them? Oh, hell no. Okay, so it's just these two leaving Mud behind. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'm going to go come back for you. He goes off. So I'm like, okay, we're going to leave this guy to die. Then, crazy white leader bitch. I thought being white was bad or something for Klingons. But oh, no, for her it's fine. So you got a white bitch showing up. And what happens? The captain shoots her and burns her face, and she falls down on the ground and just starts screaming like a little bitch. Klingons do not scream like little bitches just because they got part of their face burned. Okay, Klingons do not do that. They get their face burned. They go, I got part of my face burned. You must want to mate. I mean, seriously, that is the Klingon fucking way. All right, but no. She just lies there with her arms out, going, ah. You know what? When the other Klingon showed up and found her lying there with her arms straight out, screaming like a little bitch, they stabbed her to death. Okay, I am telling you, they fucking stabbed her to death. That's the only thing that was going to happen. But no, they're going to keep her alive, and then we're going to later see this recurring villainess. She's going to hook up with the other, white-skinned dude. They're going to have little white babies and be like white supremacy Klingons, like albino Klingons rule and shit. Goddamn motherfuckers. Goddamn motherfuckers. This is just Denny. Okay. All right. Okay. But back to the ship. Oh, using his special I'm prey powers, he determines, oh, look, the king, the captain must be on that ship. Okay, well, all right. Glad you worked it through in your head and you figured it out. You couldn't have done scan for fucking life signs? All right. Oh, no, the shields were up. Yeah, their shields weak enough to be taken out by a few well-placed blaster guns. Okay, you're a goddamn Discovery science vessel. You can't determine life signs through a goddamn shield. Really? No, you can't even go, hey, look, that's kind of humanish. Okay, but okay, fine. Oh, big dramatic moment. We're supposed to think that he might die. Come on, the captain was never going to fucking die. I would have been impressed if they killed him. Okay? Because I was genuinely starting to like him, and then it would have sucked to have killed him. But no, because that would have done something. Okay, you've got to... All right, but, hey, we saved the captain, and now we need to jump out. And he says, is the beast ready? And then, of course, blonde gay engineer goes, yeah, the drive is ready. And when he phrases it that way, where he doesn't say the bear is ready, that the drive is ready, he's the one who took the damn DNA and injected it himself. No big freaking surprise. And since he's gay, I'm pretty sure they're not going to kill him. And then what happens? They jump and then they go, oh my god, we can determine the life signs of this guy in our own, I don't know, somewhere. And it's like, why were you checking his life signs? What kind of magical AI bullshit? Why is it just turning on every time? If you've got something that's that accurate that tells you that quickly, why in the episode where the security officer or tactician or whatever the fuck she was who was stupid enough to release the bear and then, hey, I'm going to use this useless weapon that just pisses it off and shoot it in the back, gets mauled, why didn't the computer say, hey, her life signs have dropped to 0 and then automatically transport her there? By the way, how the hell did they transport her there when transporters cannot transport dead material? We've already determined that from episode 2. Fuck. By the way, how the hell did they get off the ship into the Raider in the first place? I got no clue because they just do this jump cut during the fucking commercial. Where part of me is going, okay, so at the end of the episode, right after the credits, they're going to cut to Captain Lorca being tied into a chair with a VR headset on him, and they're saying, we are mind controlling him and we're learning all of his secrets. That would have been cool. That would have been a great mindfuck. And you don't do that later. You do it in the same episode, because if you do a mindfuck like that in a different episode, the watchers, the audience will get pissed. All right, but no, they don't do that. At any rate, skip ahead a bit. Masaru goes to what's her name, and she goes, do you really fear me? Yes, he really fears you. But then he lies and says, no, I envy you, I'm angry with you, blah, blah, blah. I kind of understand that probably was how he actually was feeling. But to have him state it out loud like that, it was very jarring. It was like, we're trying to develop this character, but we assume our audience is completely stupid. So we will tell the audience what he thinks and feels. We will not show the audience. Whoever wrote this episode mangled Saru horribly. They mangled him, they mangled him, they mangled him. And God almighty, it's like they're just hell-bent on making every... I don't know. So we cut to time to release the water bear. So they put spores on it and release it into space through a weird airlock that... Why is this in the middle of their ship? I got no fucking clue why they have the means to just shoot things into space like this in the middle of the lab. Like, the implications of that escape launch thing, whatever they shot the water bear out of, is pretty... I mean, that's how you get rid of dead bodies. Okay, that's how you get rid of dead bodies. It's like, oops, our weird experiments went poorly. Throw it in the tube that shoots thing into space. One, we're not explained that open space is this thing's habitat. Okay. Two, it just lost all of its water. Where's it going to get water in space? But no, it doesn't need water in space. It just needs spores. And so weird spore lightning crackles off of it, and it uncurls itself, and it goes shooting off somewhere. Except that somehow Mary Sue and, charmingly befuddled redhead are gazing up at the portal into the roof of the spaceship and just smiling and, oh, isn't the cute water bear gone safe now? Isn't that great? Except how the hell are you looking at what it's doing through the fucking airlock, which I'm assuming has a fucking door that closes, and the ship was just... my God almighty. But no, they're gonna go, oh, I bet it's fine. You know what I think actually would have happened? It would have shot it into space and to be sitting there gazing, oh, and now it's free. And as soon as it clears the airlock, it pops. It explodes like a freaking zit because of the air pressure, and just turns the gun. And now it's free, when really it's like bug guts all over the ship, okay? And a robot later is going to come out and squeegee it off some windows. That's what should have happened, and that would have been great. It would have been great if they fucking killed that bear the minute they shot it out of the airlock. I would have laughed my ass off. But for some reason, she's an exobiologist. She knows it'll survive in space, and that it loves vacuum, and that it can draw water out of vacuum, or maybe it could draw water out of spore tendrils in space and shit. I just don't fucking know. Although, I will admit, at the end, when Saru was about to run his little program where he evaluates himself based on all these other captains, he says, nope, I know what I did. I appreciate that they at least gave him a little bit of his balls back at the end of the episode, okay? That was a nice touch. Now, from what I gathered from this episode 3 weeks ago, blonde gay engineer's boyfriend on the other ship was killed. Okay, about 3 weeks, maybe 4. So it's only been a month. In that month, he started banging, or is being banged by the gay black doctor. What a cold-hearted bitch. That you're already moving on. I mean, not to mention the fact that their body language is driving me insane. I mean, this is like, why don't they just walk around with their wrists hanging limp and just doing a triple Z snap all the time? This is so insulting to any man who's gay. All right, it's insulting. All right, the shoulders, the body posturing. I mean, oh my God, it just like, and to be so callous, so like, oh yep, my boyfriend died 3 weeks ago. Hey, but you've got a big cock. Let's fuck. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. That is the part that was absolutely infuriating. But then we get the spoiler to, the spoiler, you're fucking, thing for next episode where he starts to walk away. Now, went back, I backed it up, I looked at his eyes. He is looking at the mirror as he turns his head away. Then he turns away and he walks away. Then we cut back to the mirror, and we see his reflection standing there, looking off into the distance, not at the same angle that it was before. It's looking in a different angle. And then it kind of imitates his actions in reverse order. How did he miss this? All right, I understand it's all supposed to be foreshadowing and shit, but oh, god damn you. I mean, the next episode's going to be Mirror Universe shit. You know it, I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. And, if you're, how many episodes are we in? Is this like six episodes? Episode 6 is going to be the Mirror Universe, and, oh god. You're this far into the first season and you're already relying on alternate universes. So I'm gonna sum this up right now. I tortured myself. I saw this episode. It was horrible, and I, stabbing myself in the eyes, scooping a little bit of screaming, and then sweet relief knowing I would never see another episode is sounding real tempting about now. At any rate, I'm just going to clean up the audio a little bit, slap it on a background, and then upload it. If the editing sounds bad, or the pausing is shitty, or you don't like the cursing, sorry, but I'm trying to get in the habit of doing more videos, and the only way I'm going to be able to pull that off is if I stop being such a perfectionist. This is s1e5 Neverborn, The-Abyss-That-Slumbers, and you have been listening to Eldritch Rants.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light.